Kevin Huerter.
Oh,
This is an extended funk he's in right now. And I thought
yeah.
tonight it's with Kevin, I honestly worry less about the missed shots. I do. I feel like he'll be fine. He is still coming into tonight shooting a 39% from three, which is a career best. Career best from the field goal. Career best field goal percentage too. Like he's having a good year. But tonight, I just felt like maybe this was the first time I noticed his confidence wavering a bit. Um,
Okay.
just one of the first plays of the game, super indecisive with the ball and turned over inside. He's not knocking down his shots. Some people have speculated like, maybe he's a bit fatigued. He's not used to running around like crazy like this. He wasn't playing like this with the Hawks, right? They weren't playing this type of style of offense. He was more of a catch and shoot guy. Where in Sacramento, he's running like crazy, dribble handoffs, doing a lot more out there. Is this like a fatigue factor coming in? And then you start looking at the minutes played. He played just under 20 minutes tonight. He played 22 against the Clippers, 26 against Portland. He was 0 for 4 from 3 in this game.
Yeah, it's tough to see because obviously you look at some of those percentages like you're talking about, and they're still high up there. Tonight, 0 for 4 from deep, and like you were just talking about that turnover he had, just indecisive.
He had
I think he
4
was
turnovers.
and he had 4 turnovers, but I think the one early on you're talking about when he was like dribbling in the paint and then was like, oh, where am I going to go with this? And it's like, there's so much he can create. And he is another high IQ player on this squad, especially offensively. We've seen what he can do in that 2-man game with Domas Sabonis. And it's just like, he's not being assertive
Yeah.
with it right now. And it's fine. Like players go up and down, and the Kings are lucky that they have enough good talent on this squad that if one guy isn't feeling it for
Dude,
a little bit and is in a slump, then another guy's stepping up.
it's so true. I mean, you looked at Monk in the month of January. He was like 9 points a game. He was shooting terribly from three. In the month of
Yep.
February, he's like averaging 18 a game. He's knocking down everything. There's ebbs and flows to a season. But in the month of February, Kevin Herter is shooting just 30% coming into tonight from three. So the numbers, he's just not as efficient right now. I think he'll be fine. I'm just more curious, like, okay, what is this? This is 10, 11 game sample size in February. All-Star weekend, obviously, the 3-point contest did not go well for him. Is it just like a fatigue thing? And maybe it is.
Yeah, and I hope it's more of a fatigue thing because he had 1 steal tonight and he's capable of doing so
He had
much
a
more
block
on
too,
the defensive end. Yeah,
I
and a
think.
block. And a lot of people would say like, oh, get things going on the defensive end for yourself to gain your confidence on the offensive end. Let it like create part of your offense. And for Kevin Herter, he's still performing on the defensive end. Uh, could it be a fatigue thing? And if it is, great. Work on
Yeah.
your conditioning in the off season and figure it out.
And some of those matchups defensively, again, for him, we talk about the matchup somewhat. That's what it is for him. Sometimes it just looks really bad for him defensively, just
Right.
because some guys are just more athletic than him. So, yeah, I mean, I think he'll be fine. I think the other thing too is early in the season, you know, teams weren't sure how to play the Kings.
Yep.
People saw the success of those dribble handoffs with Sabonis. There's not as much space coming off those dribble handoffs for him anymore. I mean, they are playing him tight because they know he can get it going, and that was such a lethal part of the Kings' offense. The good news, I feel like the Kings have adjusted. Other guys are stepping up. They're doing more. One of my favorite developments lately is just that Monk. I know we talked about that last game. That Monk Sabonis pick and roll is so nasty.
It's so pretty. They're so precise with their pass right now. It doesn't matter if it's Monk leading Sabonis with the pass or Domas is doing it for Monk. It's just on point. It's crisp. I love that that's happening, especially when it's not happening as much with Herter and Sabonis right now. And I think if you're other teams and you're watching that, even with Monk and Domas, you're going, okay, like where do we tighten up things? How do we alter our defense to stop that? And that's exactly what happens to all these teams in the second half of the season or after the All-Star break. Guys know what Kevin Herter was doing at such a high level and they're figuring out one step, one extra way to slow it down, alter it, to stop it. Now, when it's Domas Sabonis, you go, okay, how can we stop this guy? Or even De'Aaron Fox, they have their skill of strength or of speed is such an elite level that there's going to be times that teams can't stop it even when they watch the film.